1998, on a single day, you had 7 shows back to back.
Oh my
How would
God.
you really manage that?
If you can manage marriage, you can manage anything.
What comedy? That's like your forte, Shekhar.
I used to always hate when people used to come and tell me, you're very good at comedy. I said, no, I'm not.
What about political ambition, Shekhar?
I have nothing against politicians. I have nothing against politics. I think they're quite funny.
Tell me about your new find, Ariana. She's really gorgeous, and she's from New York, right?
Yes, yes. Adyan, when he was studying at the New York Film Academy, he had the opportunity to make a short film for the institute, for the academy. And, it's always how friends come around and help you out with the film to play characters and all. Ariana was one of them. And while I was casting for my film, and I was really finding it hard to find the right girl, I happened to chance across that short film. And I said, who's this girl? She's an actress studying in the same... He said, no, she's just one of my friends and did it for a lark. And I said, she appears gorgeous and she looks like that she has in her the makings of a great actress. So can I speak with her? He said, are you kidding me? She's a graphic designer. And no, she would never agree. But I called her up and I talked to her and she said, Shekhar, are you kidding me? I'm not an actress. I never wanted to be. So I said, we have this, just try it out. The fact that you did that stint in that film, why don't you? Just give it a try. You don't have to take it as a career. And she came and auditioned and she was like, everybody looked at me and said,
good choice.
Yes. Great choice.
Shekhar, I have to ask you this question. You were doing television at the time when it wasn't like the big thing, what it's today. Yes. And it was a rage. Your shows were a rage.
Yes.
What do you think of the current scenario of television where it's like, there's so many shows, so many channels, everyone's everywhere. Everyone who wants to be an actor has a TV show for them.
Too many cooks. Too many cooks spoiling the broth.
Yeah.
I think it's a clutter.
Yeah.
It's a clutter. I think... but that's the way it is. You like it or you don't. That's the way it is. There's so many people who want to share the pie. They want to have their own shows, and a couple of them were doing very well
too.
But there are too many people. So what has happened that if like this particular channel, I would watch every day, and suddenly I'm trying to find it in my radar, and I can't find it because 100 other channels have moved in and pushed this aside. So I have to now look for it, and I say, oh gosh, who has the time to now locate this channel? So I will probably end up watching something.
I was reading somewhere how in 1998, on a single day, you had 7 shows back to back.
Oh my God.
How would you really manage that? You turn on the TV and the Shekhar Suman.
If you can manage marriage, you can manage anything.
There's so much of you, really.
I guess that, even in life, you see, you are playing so many characters in a single day. You are a father, you are a son, you are a brother, you are a husband, you are the boss, you are the neighbor. There's so many characters that you play every day, right? In the house, I'm like father to Adyan, I'm like my father's son, I'm Alka's husband, I'm somebody's friend, and I'm playing those roles beautifully at one time. So, for me, it wasn't such a difficult thing. I mean, I could jump out and in and out of characters and I do it. And it was fun, and I was in the learning process, I think both Reporter and Dekh Bhai Dekh, which I did, was a huge learning ground for me. And for the first time in my life, Dekh Bhai Dekh had a multicam setup. And there was no ACs. We were shooting at RK Studios. And Anand Mahendru, I hate you, because he was a slave driver and he was make us go through 70 takes. And he liked me because after 70 takes, I'll go, I said, Anand, can I try one more take? He said, he's the man, he's the man. But we had fun. We had loads of fun. And I realized that, when your heart and soul is into a role, it really doesn't matter whether the lights are on, the ACs are on, how many takes. It's just that, it's for that you're possessed, you're obsessed by that role. And that's how Dekh Bhai Dekh remains one of the most favorite sitcoms for all time to come.
Like you were just saying that you play so many characters.
Yes.
Do you think somewhere, Shekhar, for an actor with your caliber, you didn't pursue your Bollywood acting career as aggressively as you should have?
Yes.
You wish you did?
Of course.
Yeah.
And my wife hates me for that.
Why do you do that? Where did you stop?
No, I didn't stop. It's the kind of roles that I was expecting didn't come my way.
Okay.
But I do remember that, one day I got a call from Sanjay Leela Bhansali. He says, I'm making this film, Devdas, and I want you to do this role of Chunni Bhai. And I said, I wasn't excited. So he said, what happened? So I said, no, let me think about it. And that was the end of it, because then the role went to somebody else. And I look back and said, have I done the right thing or not? I think that once you have taken a decision, you should stick by it.
Okay.
And there should be no rules or any regrets. So I don't rue the fact but the roles that I had thought I had imagined would come and excite me. That didn't happen. But it would happen now. I have a very interesting role in Heartless, which I did against my wish, because Adhyan and Alka and my friends wanted me to do that role. It would be for the audience a great shock to see me in that role, but it's nice. It's interesting, and I guess that it would follow. I think the roles. I think interest. In today's time, cinema is in the most interesting phase.
Absolutely.
Most interesting phase.
The definition of a typical hero has changed right now. Yeah,
and
absolutely.
the actors, no matter in what age group they are or what age they are given their due. So
you're mostly playing a character, which is
yes. So the character has become very important.
Correct. Yeah.
Instead of the typical run-of-the-mill hero singing songs and being the goody guy.
Right.
No, all of that has changed and changing furiously. So I'm in a happy space.
So
and
do you see yourself doing more? Roles on camera right now?
I would like to do interesting characters and especially characters with grey shades, the characters that I haven't tried before. Yes, definitely.
What comedy? That's like your forte, Shekhar.
No, I don't quite agree. People think that comedy is my forte.
You have a flair for comedy.
I'll give you a great example. When I was doing Dekh Bhai Dekh, which was a comedy show, a sitcom, I was also doing Reporter, which was all about serious investigative journalism. People loved me in that role as much as they did in Dekh Bhai Dekh, which means it's the role that you're doing is important. And if I thought that if I could do this, I could also do that. If you ask for my personal predilection, it is always serious, dark,
really? Not comedy?
Grey stuff. No.
See, one naturally
it is a craft that I know.
Right.
But I used to always hate when people used to come and tell me, you're very good at comedy. I said, no, I'm not. I used to resist that. I said,
really?
No. When people used to come and tell me, you're a great host, a great anchor. I said, I'm not an anchor. I'm an actor. For an anchoring is just a role for me. I have taken the role of an anchor.
Right.
That's not me. So I think once an actor, always an actor. I just push the periphery of an actor, the envelope, and I said, actor can also do this. He can also take up this. He can also be the judge. He can also
heart,
sing.
you're still an actor.
Yes. So then this is one of the craft that I knew was the comic flair with a lot of actors. Dilip Kumar was known as the tragedy king till he tried his hand in comedy in a film called Leader and Ram or Sham. People said, wow. Or Mr. Bachchan, who was the angry young man, but he had always a funny scene in every film of his. And he was so good at it. So if somebody asked me, who do you think is the best comic talent in this country? My name would be just one, Amitabh Bachchan.
Wow, really?
Yes, he's fantastic. See him in Chupke Chupke. See him in Natwar Lal. See him in Namak Halal.
Karola and Karela. You can't
see him in Amar Akbar Anthony. He is fantastic. He is amazing.
Yeah, so we see you doing more intense roles, negative characters.
Yes.
Directing more films.
Yes, that's what I identify with. Of course, there would probably one day when I'm very happy doing all of this, I may try and do some comedy or some lighter stuff. But right now, I think I'm very excited about Heartless. I'm very excited about the fact that I have turned into a director. I'm very excited about the fact that I have become a creator. And now I'm going to sit back and enjoy being a director. I'm going to direct more films. My next film is called The Last Lover, which is, again, a very intense, dark film. And I've already started preparing for that. And there is a skeletal sort of a storyline already in my head. I'm working on that with my writers. So soon after, when Heartless, hopefully, is liked and appreciated by people, I move on to my next film.
And we haven't thought about the casting for your next film yet?
No, not yet. No, not yet.
Okay, all right. And what about political ambition, Shekhar? You left behind?
No, I never had any political ambition. I was pushed into
one of the roles you were playing.
One of the roles. One of the roles that I didn't like. One of the roles that
you didn't like. Okay.
One of the roles I didn't like, and I pushed into it. So many times when you don't like the role and you come on the set, then you don't like anything you don't like the director's face, you don't like your script, you don't like anything. It was one of those things that I said, it's politics per se it's a different craft. It's a different career altogether. You cannot be an actor, a conscientious person, actor, and also become a politician. It cannot happen. You have to be shrewd. You have to be you have to have the craft and the craftiness of being a politician, and that comes with a lot of practice, and that comes with the fact that you have to be completely focused onto that and decide that, yes, I'm going to be a politician. Then
it's like a full-time thing.
Then practice that. You can't be both. But I have nothing against politicians. I have nothing against politics. I think they're quite funny, whatever they do. And but the political scenario, which is interesting, is changing in the country.
Yeah,
and what I used to do in More Than Shakers and play the Aam Aadmi and I be the representative of the common man. Finally, I've seen that
It's
that has come into
happening.
being, and that's suddenly the force to reckon with. And kudos to Kejriwal that he finally has taken up cudgels against so many things and is fighting against the system. I hope he sustains that and retains what he set out to do, and we're all with him as long as he's honest and truthful.
Thank you so much for being on my show.
Thanks.
Thank you.